Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to talk about and explore a malware that I found in the wild. Malware was found in a clear fake attack, something like this. So in this attack, what essentially happens is the website copies the malware to our clipboard, and as per the instructions, they ask us to go to the PowerShell, paste it. Instead of doing that, I pasted the command in this file from line 1 to line 8. As we can see, the variable x24 is probably an obfuscated malware in this for loop. It is essentially converting the malware into the PowerShell command. Instead of running it, we can decode the malware by simply running it. I'm going to copy it. We can use an online compiler. So here, x24 is variable containing this string. Y25, it is a blank space and it runs a loop. Here IEX25. IEX what essentially does is it is invoke expression, takes the variable y25 and whatever is stored in the variable, it runs it as a command. So we can see what command is getting run by hitting the y25. We can print it by removing IEX. I forgot to copy this one. And now it should run. Here it is. Decoding the encrypted command, we get this. And I have saved it in the same file. The command getting ran is this one. Here we can see they are defining some variables and all to connect to the C2 server, and they're receiving a file on the victim's computer and saving it on D4 variable, making a random file with the exe extension and saving the obtained file in that one. I have tried to receive the file, but apparently it is not working. Let me show you what's happening. It is showing error script disabled country in India. So my assumption is that they are using our geolocation filter the requests, and as a result they are trying to keep things clean. Anyways, the server dreff-nsdns.beer, so this is 21 out of 91, which definitely is malicious. The Whois lookup gives California, USA. However, last day I looked, that's Frankfurt, Germany, but in VirusTotal it's saying California, USA. So maybe they changed it. Till now, this was the dead end because I couldn't find any more details. What I have done is used Wayback Machine. Actually, what it does, it takes a snapshots of the website when it was up. Yeah, here it is. So Wayback Machine did save a file css.js. Here was the JS file. Things are not normal as usual because of this huge block of text. And we can see it is a JavaScript file. At the last, we see they are calling the function and passing an argument which is stored in the variable. As we did before, we can find what the value is being stored at the last of this program by simply running it. Instead, we can output the value stored. Okay, so JavaScript uses the browser for having windows and pop-ups, and we cannot use it in the online compiler. I guess we can just remove the if block from here, which is uses the Windows. Here we go. This was stored in css.js file. These are JS files which are being stored on the server. More interesting is that they have an RPC host using Polygon blockchain technology to carry out this attack. We have the API key. Looking here, we have many functions. I have gone through the whole file. They are very advanced because they are using Polygon, the blockchain technology, to take requests. What is happening here is they are gonna make sure the connection is valid. Whatever the case is happening, one of the server gets down, the other one acts as the C2 server. This is the address of the Polygon server for the attacker user. This is the API key that is being used for the requests. There are a number of functions. This function is encoding base64 URL into ASCII so that transfer the request without ruining the URL query. And I was astonished to find was they are using two types of encryption, RC4 and the AES encryptions. The RC4 is quite outdated because number of reasons, but they are still being used here because of the fact that these are extremely fast and extremely lightweighted. They can implement the RC4 encryption in the code in just a few lines. As you can see, this much block of code is needed for the RC4 encryption. And the other function was this function decrypt API envelope. So if they are giving a request to the blockchain server, from there they are receiving a response. So in the response, what they are doing is they are using an envelope kind of thing. So the envelope is a statement. What they're looking for is text just before the encrypted data. For example here, so if the object ENC is GCM1, they are using AES decryptor to decrypt the file. Here is the another one. If it is Q2, they are decrypting it as RC4. So what is essentially going here? They are working out if the data needs to be processed fast or if data needs to be secure. What they are doing is they are encrypting the responses and the requests so that antiviruses do not get alerted of the request. Even if they are going to be confused. People are going to assume it is related to financial transactions and cryptocurrency. I have to say, this is definitely impressive because of the level of intricacy. I have also tried to somehow get access to the malware that is getting sent to us, but the main server is not up right now, which is good. Maybe it has been shut down. I was really impressed and quite frankly amazed at the level of details that they have been using, which made me curious to find more about these type of attacks. And I am here on Gemini. The history of it a clear fit, an ether hiding technique, and it is inspired by Sock Ghoulish. When a user visits the compromised site, it draws the overlay on the browser, which makes the user think that something has happened on my system, something like blue screen of death, outdated Chrome. The Luteba botnet, which was the first one of its kind to implement the unkillable blockchain C2, that there are numerous amounts of blockchain server which helps it keep it running. Because imagine if a SOC analyst blocks one of the server because of the number of alerts, the other one is going to help because if one is down, the other one can be used for connection. Glutip was using Bitcoin blockchain here and this one using Polygon blockchain. So after going through all of this, I came to a conclusion that in order to prevent this type of attack and to mitigate, what the SOC analyst can do is look at the network and try to find out which of the servers is malware trying to connect and see the number of servers. And the first step is gonna be closing a running service or an instance of the browser. And secondly, to isolate the device, make sure the device has been sanitized. There is no remaining files, services, maybe any scheduled tasks. So I think this is a good time to end this video. Follow me for future videos like this and let me know what I was wrong at some point if I should explore other things. Thank you very much.